Greetings everyone, welcome to Meta Vybez. I decided to do this week's reading outside because it's lovely. Soak it in, the ambience, darling, it's beautiful. So I'm going to do a spread. I'm going to do a finance read, and then I'm going to go ahead and jump into love, of course. And then I'm going to do a what needs to leave your life and what's coming in. All right, so first and foremost, let's knock on the deck. I've been shuffling this deck all day, actually. I don't even know what the name of this deck is, but I find it to be super accurate. I've been doing research to find out the name of this deck. Somebody gave this to me like a year ago, someone that is not important anyway, but I really love this deck. To me, it's very similar to, as far as like it's like the truth deck for me, because it doesn't hide or pull any punches, and it's actually really great for finances. It's very accurate to the T. Now, as far as timing goes, now we all must understand that timing is different for everyone. This is a general read, so everything falls into place at different times in each other's lives. Plus, you know, we're all running on different timelines, right? So and remember, a lot of predictions are future predictions. So they could be picking up on your energy now, but a lot of them are future predictions. So the environment in your life has to catch up to the actual reading for it to make sense. So it's not because it's in your head that you're manifesting it. It's something to look out for. You know, most of the times readings are there to show you what you should look forward to, and also to show you like what you should avoid, right? Readings of avoidance, if you will. So let's get into the spread. Let's see what's going on with the finances this week. Nice. Okay. So as far as finances are concerned, I pulled out the Ace of Wands, the Four of Cups, Seven of Wands, and Four of Wands. What I'm getting with this little trifecta here, or what I'm getting with this setup here is that there is a new beginning. There's an offer coming in. An offer that seems to be too good to be true, if that makes any sense. It's too good to be true. That does make sense. But it's an offer of a new beginning. And this new beginning you're not sure of. Maybe because you're not sure of the person offering you this new beginning. But the Seven of Wands with the Ace of Wands and the Four of Cups is basically saying your defenses are up and you don't trust this offer. Like, you really don't trust this offer. It sounds really good, and there's a promise of like happily ever after with this offer, but you're a little bit on the defense. Now, this promises that this is gonna bring you some really good money. Like the Ace of Wands, the Four of Wands, that combo right there, that's like happily ever after. That's like inheritance. That's like money coming in. That's gonna create a foundation, because four is the foundation. You also have the Four of Cups here. Four of Cups, Four of Wands. So it's like an offer of stability, right? I don't know if you guys can see that. An offer of stability. It's actually really quite lovely, but for some reason you're apprehensive, or maybe you should put your guard down, because the Seven of Wands is your guard. Your guard is up. And maybe because of past hurts, you're not sure if you want to take this opportunity. Now, the fact that there's defensiveness in the finance read means that this offer is coming from someone you either don't trust, someone you know that you don't trust, or just a source of like income coming from a job that you've done before, or a field that you've been in before that you're really trying to get out of, but you haven't been able to because, you know, you need a job. And a lot of the times we don't get, work in the field that we get our degrees in. So I believe that's called I forgot what the word is to describe that type of scenario, but overqualified and underpaid type of deal. So let's see why the Seven of Wands is here, because other than that, this looks like an amazing opportunity. So let's see why the Seven of Wands is here. Oh, because of the Nine of Swords, yo. Holy shit. You guys, I mean, I'm not laughing at you know, you being apprehensive about this new situation. I'm laughing because the cards really don't lie. And for us to truly grow, we really need to get past our fears. Yeah, it's coming from someone. It looks like an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, more Aries and Leo than anything else. We also have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio on deck. And yeah, I see a little bit of Earth in the Emperor card in the background. I don't know if you guys could see that. So it looks like this could be like, you know, an Earth sign with fire in their chart, or fire with Earth in their chart. Who knows? But this looks like it's very promising. But, you know, again, I think this kind of picks up from the reading from last week. Make sure you're not making deals with the devil. So outcome for the week. Outcome for the week. Do you take it or do you don't? Do you not? It looks like you take the deal. You take the promotion. You take the offer. You take, because you have the Knight of Cups, which is offering you something. You're indecisive about it, but you're trying to find peace of mind, and then the clarity comes in. So this is a resounding yes. Take that job. Go for that. Now, I'm not, in my personal opinion, I wouldn't go back to something that you know didn't end well in the first place. That's how you know it's not good for you, because it ended. Sometimes in life, we shouldn't be giving people do-overs. Sometimes people don't deserve do-overs. You know, narcissists will do things over and over again to people, and then, you know, they'll give them time, they'll go away, and then they'll come back years later talking about peace and love, but they've never changed. And by that time, they're probably, you know, it's been a couple of years. They haven't looked into changing. They haven't read any books to help them elevate themselves. So a lot of the times when these people are offering you things, and you would know who a narcissist is, somebody who gaslights you, somebody who makes you feel like your input is not important, somebody that will cut you off in front of other people, somebody that won't tell you things that you need to know, somebody that will go out of the way to make decisions that will directly impact your life in a negative way. So just know that, in my personal opinion, especially with Mercury retrograde coming up, I believe in February, don't take any offers from people, or the same people. Don't work with the same people again. Let me just say it like that. If it's the same type of field that you were in before, but it's a totally new group of people, cool, I understand that. Everybody's got to get paid, but I wouldn't go back to I wouldn't go back to a person that you or people from the past. No repeats, no do-overs. We're not repeating in 2020. All right, which equates to a 4, by the way. So look for that stable offer. Look for something different. Find different avenues. Create a YouTube. You know, honestly, I'm gonna do a video on residual income and you know, avenues that people could use to do residual income. When those ads on YouTube pop up on, you know, hey, I quit my job and I started this business, and after 4 years I was able to buy my own house and blah 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 blah, at least listen to those infomercials. They're there for a reason. Maybe that's spirit telling you that, hey, maybe you need to look into a new avenue. Not necessarily that avenue, but I mean, it could be, who knows, you know. All right, so we're doing finances, now we're gonna do love. Love. Oh my goodness. There's that Seven of Wands again. Oh my gosh. So we have the Nine of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Emperor, and the Seven of Wands. Nine of Cups, Four of Swords, the Emperor, and the Seven of Wands. I think this kind of goes hand in hand. This kind of goes hand in hand with the financial read. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine earlier on Instagram today, and she was talking about how, you know, be surprised how many people don't read books. And then I went ahead and commented on my, I put it on my page, the post, and I put, people who don't read outside of like school, extracurricular, stuff like that, people who don't read will cost you more in life than they'll add to your life. And I don't mean just financially. And then 9 times out of 10, you'll know somebody's good for you, if, or bad for you if you start losing money and friends and family, that's for sure. But you'll know they're good for you when they show you the best parts of yourself. If you're constantly fighting someone, you get out of there, okay? Because I say that because we have the devil card on the bottom of the deck kind of underlying this reading here. So it looks like we have 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, 4 of Swords, peace, the Emperor, which in my personal opinion, I don't deal with kings, I only deal with emperors. This is the Aries, yes, but it looks like there's a Capricorn showing his face as well, or her face, who knows. But these are very predominantly masculine cards. So the 9 of Cups, the 4 of Swords, it looks like in the past there was some, peaceful, happy times. Things were good. Things were copacetic. Things were, there's another 4. The Emperor is a 4. So not only do you have the 4 of the Swords, you have the Emperor. So this person provided some sort of peace of mind. There was some sort of peace of mind in the past in regards to this relationship with this person. And there was wish fulfillment, there was harmony, there was peace, there was love. And 9 of Cups is also like really yummy sex. So the sex could have been bomb too, who knows. But at the end of the road here, or at the end of this week, there's that 7 of Wands again. And I'm wondering, why does this 7 of Wands keep popping up? What are you being defensive about? You have the 7 of Wands and the Emperor. Is the Emperor being defensive against you, or are you being defensive against the Emperor? Was there something done? Because this person not only has vision for himself, but he has vision for the future. So he can see when things are taking a turn for the worse. That's what he does. He rules an empire. He is the Emperor. And then when he puts the brakes, when the 7 of Wands pops up, this person is just like, hold on a second. There's something that I didn't know that I now know, and because you didn't tell me before, I got to put the brakes on this. Are we withholding information? Are we, tiptoeing around things? Are we hiding things? Are we keeping secrets? Are we being brutally honest? Because this person will keep you satisfied. This person will take care of you financially, emotionally, physically, if you allow him. But he has to do it his own way. You can't request. There's a squirrel that's going ham right now, and I legit don't want to be attacked by a wild animal. He's freaking out, so he probably has rabies. So I'm going to speed this up because he's twitching his tail real quick. In any event, let's make sure we don't get on the Emperor's bad side. This person, once he's gone, he won't turn back. Or maybe this is the energy that you need to be taking on, that of the Emperor. That of, I'm putting up my boundaries, which is what the 7 of Wands is. Boundaries. I just can't help but feel like there is a Capricorn with Aries in their chart, which is like insanely stubborn. And it takes this person years to make a decision, to change their mind, to do anything. And this person is like, thou shalt not pass. Why is that? Why is that? So that's something that has to be taken into account. This Emperor energy. I mean, this person is sexy. He's tall, dark, and handsome. And, if he's in your life, then, I mean, honestly, like the Emperor, I'm not getting anything negative with this. This card is giving me yin and yang. It's giving me fire. It's giving me stability. It's giving me regalness. It's giving me wisdom. And wisdom is the key to this person's heart. And again, that goes back to like, if you're not reading a book, because millionaires, they read an average 4 hours a day to create wisdom. right? Alongside with all of their life experience. That's how they become the emperor, because they are wise, like King Solomon, right? He was the wisest king. He was the son of David, i.e. the Star of David. 2 pyramids with a crystal in the center of it. The atom. The universe. This person holds the key to life. Maybe the key to your life. And there's a number 4 here, so he will keep you in stability if you don't fuck him over. All right, so let's jump into what's leaving your life and what's coming in. What is leaving our life and what is coming in? I'm trying to keep these readings shorter and to the point because I want to make sure that, you know, I provide the best quality of readings. Not only that, that they're accurate and that they don't suck up 30 hours of your life, because I know for a fact that I love listening to tarot readings, and I try to give kudos to whoever, you know, I listen to. I always support. But sometimes, yo, these 3-hour readings, that's wild, man. It's wild, son. My last reading was 37 minutes, and that was a lot too. But then again, that was my first video, so I'm still working on it. Still learning how to edit and stuff like that. So bear with me, you guys. All right, so what's coming into your life? What is coming into our lives? The sun is going away. Oh no. Oh no. Ah! The Lover's card. This is what's coming into our lives this week. The sun, the Judgment, and the Moon. Woo-hoo! I mean, you guys, can I, for just a second, the Lover's card. This is dope. I feel like this is Lilith. Lilith was black. That's why we get a lot of flack, right? But Lilith, I feel like this is Lilith, but this is Archangel Gabriel. I'm sorry, Michael. So when Lilith decided to leave Adam, she dipped, and God sent Archangel Raphael, I believe Uriel, Archangel Michael, and one more archangel. He sent 4 archangels to come and to go get her and bring her back to Eden. And she was like, nah, I'm good. And there's that snake not too far away from her. This is so interesting. And the volcano is erupting. She has there's a tree right here with an apple for knowledge. And do you know what? Do you know, I read somewhere the reason why we have science and math and, you know, esoteric knowledge is because there was a time there was a time when that's the story, after God and Lucifer, you know, got into not altercation, but there was this huge battle between Michael and you know, Lucifer, whoever, I forgot his proper name. And Lucifer thought he was the strongest of all of God's angels, but it turns out it was actually Michael. So, and that was a test because God was testing his ego. So because of that, he was, you know, banned from heaven, and he fell to the ground, and he swore to himself that he would always, you know, that he would destroy the one thing that God loved the most, which was mankind. So in lieu of that, God sent angels down to the earth to protect them from, you know, Lucifer's wrongdoings and evil deeds and mind tricks and all of these things. And in turn, because of the angels, you know, a lot of them were men. You know, I'm pretty sure there were women angels, of course, but they started having sex with women. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you're an angel, you could see right through someone, and you could see who's a good person and who's not, or whatever that means, or who has a pure of heart. So they started having sex with these women, and then these women would end up having, you know, these children. They would bear their child, but because of the semen, because of the flow of semen from the angel into the woman's body, we were able to tap into hidden knowledge like science and math and all these things. I mean, again, this is all hearsay, but it's a really cool story to know, right? So what's coming into your life this week? I mean, you have a possible contract coming in to talk about, to bring clarity and stability and judgment on some sort of mystery that was in your life. Or this could all be coming around the next moon phase, which is, because you have the sun and the moon here. I mean, when you have the sun and the moon, you are undefeated. What's coming into your life is clarity on life's mysteries, on whatever was bothering you, whatever was keeping you up at night, whatever was not giving you clarity, whatever was not allowing you to understand certain things. It's coming in, and there's a judgment. There's a judgment to be made. How do we feel about this? What do we think about this? What's going on, But this is the dead coming back to life. I mean, the dead live in the moon, right? I mean, not in the moon, but like you don't see the dead in the daylight, you see them in the moon, right? In the moonlight, right? You see them at night. So the dead has arisen. So I have heavy Pisces vibes. I don't know the astrological sign that's associated with the Judgment card, but I would assume probably Scorpio, because it's bringing things back from the dead, and Scorpio rules the 8th house, which is the house of the esoteric, the hidden knowledge, the dead, spirit world, Hades, i.e. the devil. You know what I'm saying? Which goes hand in hand with that story I was talking about. Life's mysteries through the seed of the angels. You can't even see this. I'm gonna do better next time, you guys. But I decided to get out of the apartment and do a reading outside. So how you like me now? But yeah, I mean, there's a contract coming in. There's a meeting of the mind. You have Gemini. You have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and you have Leo. You have Leo here. And there's also, but when the next new moon is, and these are 2 9s actually. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. But yeah, when the moon comes in is when you will hear about this. I don't know when the new moon is. I don't know the moon phases. I'm literally trying to learn it though. That's on my to-do list because I have so much going on. But yeah, and then on the bottom of the deck we have the Page of Swords. This is Mercury. This is Mercury, man. This is the Greek god Mercury, the Greek god Hermes, who's trying to shed light. There's some information that's coming through. There's information that's coming through. There's knowledge that's coming in. Something you didn't know is coming to pass. And this is really positive. Like, this is like hidden money. This is a bonus that you didn't expect to get. This is you getting hired onto a job, and it pays more. Like, I think we should keep it positive. I think I think the last 2 weeks of January is super potent for manifestation. I mean, every day is potent for manifestation, but I think there's a lot going on in the skies. And I definitely have been receiving signs and symbols, a lot of numerology, a lot of like things that I thought were, like beings. I don't know. I keep seeing things from the sides of my eyes. I see a lot of sparkles in my eyes, and it's not because I rub my eyes too fast. I don't know what it is. I keep seeing purple, like pulses as well, like a purple pulse. So we'll see. Now, what's leaving your life? What is leaving your life? What is leaving our lives? And good riddance. All right, so we got some fish going ham over there. What's leaving your life is the Gemini card, the Lover's card, and the 6 of Cups. So this could be a deal you made in the past that has brought nothing but strife because you thought you were making the right decision, but you didn't. It was actually a bad move. And not because, and the only way it would be a bad move is if it hurt someone's feelings, or if it if it puts someone in a situation where they lost everything and had to pick it all up all over again. So let's start this over, right? So you have the Lover's card, the Six of Cups, Gemini, Scorpio. This is like reminiscing in the past. This is like, you know, this is also like brother and sister. You know, someone's thinking about their sibling. You know, you could have a sibling that's a Gemini. You could have a sibling that's a Scorpio. You could be with a Scorpio. But this past like headache and heartbreak, this is leaving. And you are walking into your power with this, which is the Eight of Cups. Because Eight of Cups is, we're not looking at it as leaving something sad behind. This is you walking into your power. Very cool. I love this. So what's leaving your life is maybe worn out ways of doing things. Worn out ways of seeing things from childhood, which is the Six of Cups. But it's also, and remember, the Six of Cups is Sun in Scorpio. And what does Scorpio rule? The 8th house. And who rules the 8th house? Hades. And who is Hades? Lucifer. And who ended up getting kicked out of of heaven? He did. Yeah. So I'm feeling like this is a old toxic way of being that was keeping you stagnant, that was giving you a lot of heartache. You're leaving that behind. This seems to be a resonating theme because it looks like somebody's trying to keep you in this Nine of Swords. Like somebody wants to keep you in the dark. Somebody wants to keep you stressed out. Somebody wants you to give up. Somebody wants you to give up. Somebody from the past, or even a past situation that keeps replaying in your head, causes you. This is also like self-sabotage. The Nine of Swords is also self-sabotage, but you end up walking away from that anyway. So that's what's leaving your life. Self-sabotage. And and on the bottom of the deck you had the Eight of Wands, which is an infinitely positive card. So it's like the faster you move forward, the faster you leave this behind, the faster you could heal and become the best version of yourself. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so it looks like this week there's going to be a nice, neat little bow tied at the end of it. Things are looking up. Things are beautiful. Things will be uplifted. The shackles that were holding you down are actually being blown off. Did you see what was coming into our lives this week? It's gorgeous. Holy mackerel, you guys. All right, so I'm going to pull an oracle from the Literary Witches Oracle deck. You guys, I can't even get into, I can't talk enough about this deck. I think it is beautiful. I think these women are the epitome of women's suffrage in one way or another, whether it's they had to shut up and take things from their family while they had these brilliant minds, and they were able to save themselves for the most part, except for a couple of these ladies. They did end up killing themselves, but they had these brilliant minds that allowed them to escape in fantasy. That's why it's so important to only be around people who read, and not just blogs, literature. It's important to read it, to grow your mind, to understand how people live their lives, and these characters that get lost in a book. What did I say on Instagram? Read a book, but make it fashion, darling. Fashion. Wow, these things are flying everywhere. So let's see what the oracle says for this week. Elixir Cauldron. Okay, sorry, that said I, but I was trying to find one more major arcana, but if I don't find a major arcana, I'm just going to use the next three cards. Let's see here. Oh. Bam. Oh my gosh. So cool. So we have elixir. I don't know if you could see that. Let me see if I could. Elixir, cauldron, and Toni Morrison, which is like one of my faves. So let's see what the oracle is trying to tell us. So Toni Morrison, this is all about owning your power, and that's what the Eight of Cups was telling you. Walking into your power, not away from shit that hurt you. We're walking into our power. We're speaking our way into, you know, the existence that we want. We are co-creating as we go along, right? We're not waiting for the full moon, cast a spell, and da-da-da. That's not enough. We are co-creating as we go along, and that does include our speech, right? So Toni Morrison, owning power, seizing power, the powers at play. Very interesting. So no American writer is more honor-laden than the regal Toni Morrison, born in 1931, who was born to a working-class family in Lorain, Ohio. Frequent setting for her epic novels of Black experience. Her most favorite work, Beloved, has become required reading, but wave that... All right, so let's get into... Oh, let me get going before they start jamming out here. All right. So the cauldron, creativity, the rich broth, surprising yourself. What? Seizing your power. Wow, we're more powerful than we think. And because we are co-creating as we go along. Yes, we are. And it will surprise us how quickly we can actually co-create the life that we truly deserve. And let me find elixir here. Where are you? Health, toxicity, attending. Now, what do you make in the cauldron? What do you make in the cauldron? The elixir. So the cauldron being the universe, the elixir being what we put out to in turn take in. And Toni Morrison is telling us to be in our power, because if we walk into a room with confidence, we can get what we want. If we use the right words, if we ask God for the right words, you know, to meet the right people, like that's what we should be praying for, you know, look to meet the right people, to find the right words to say, to be in the right place at the right time. Not, I want $1 million. More like, God, please give me or help me open my eyes to accentuate the skills within me to become a millionaire. And you can do all of that stuff through meditation, through hypnosis, through, you know, subliminals, stuff like that. But this is guaranteed proof that this week we are walking into our power, and we are putting up boundaries, and we're not taking any shit. And I gotta get out of here because these squirrels are going ham sandwich. All right? So super kawaii. May you always be divinely guided. Deuces.